Fly nigga, yeah. Hot nigga.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Bedtime Bitchin with Roxy. Is it Roxy or Roxy Haze? I don't even know what my show is, but I know it's Roxy Haze is in the corner. All right, welcome to Bedtime Bitchin with Roxy Haze, the podcast. I am here today with the homie, Miss
Oh,
GQ, Miss Game Queen
did
over
he?
here. And today I am excited for this topic because GQ is probably the only person I know that could do this one with me. We are going to be talking about 90s slept on classics, which ones we love and which ones we hate, and we both kind of get like aggressive with our cartoons.
Aggressive.
So like we don't play about our cartoons. So I'm gonna actually let's start with hate. I want to start with hate. I like
Yeah.
to start with the aggressive so we can end on a
Start
good
off with
note.
the booze.
Boo. And I will let you go first. So we're gonna do three slept on classics that we hate and three that we love, like our favorite. And I feel like one of the ones we love is I think our loves are probably gonna be kind of similar. But I'm excited for this hate. So you can go
I'm
first.
trying to figure
And
out
it
which
doesn't have
one
to be in
to.
order.
Yeah, but I was just like, I don't want to get the
We want to come in
unofficial.
hot.
How did you? So I'm just gonna
Now,
start
that's what we
off
want.
with.
We want that heat.
So I picked some of these. It was a combo, so it was a heads up. Like it was
Ooh,
a
a
combo
combo.
between the music and the story. Like it had
Ooh.
to have both for me, because otherwise the story could be like, eh. But then the music sucked. I'm like, you're only gonna get one watch out of me. So
Yo, I'm not
the
playing
reason
with you.
the reason why I hit bottom was Tarzan. I didn't care. I didn't care. I watched it. It was
Yo.
cute. It was okay, but it was a little bit. It was the Phil Collins album. It was just like
Okay, it
I
was a Phil. I'll give you that. It was a Phil Collins album, but that's why I like that movie. You don't like none of the song. Don't stop your crying. When Glenn Close sang it, it'll
I
be
mean
all right.
like it's those that, like, how should I say, they hit when they hit. But it's like I can turn it on and be like, oh, what I'm saying? That's my stuff. It's just like it
With
just
the
makes you feel like
power
you
to be
have to be sitting in the
strong
night.
and the wisdom to be wise.
What
Nope.
is the one with the what is it? The monkey keeps singing. I like
This
I
one.
was
You'll be in my
no
heart.
the goofy one. The one that's just
Oh,
like,
shout it out, doo doo, da da
yeah,
da,
that.
da doo
Oh
da
my god.
dee da. That's
I went to go listen to the album. There's
sweetheart,
like three versions
sweet.
of that. I was like,
Cause
every
they
time
got
I'm like,
one.
okay, what about this? Shout it out. I'm like, what about this? Shout it out. What about
Yo,
this?
they got the
Shout
one
it
with
out. I'm
NSYNC
like,
and Phil Collins. That is hilarious. The NSYNC one.
oh,
Sweet hop, sweet ooh,
sweet.
woo.
I'm like, all right. So I was like, I think that's the album. So
And you don't
yeah, I
like
was
the
like,
story either? The story
it
wasn't
was
hidden?
cool, but it was like, me and like love. It was just like, okay. It was
Yeah,
just,
love
watching it was
hater.
just like, okay, so this girl goes out there with her dad or granddad, and they find this little,
That's her
jungle
daddy.
boy.
They made her daddy old as fuck. He
I
was
mean,
old
that's
as
what I'm like,
fuck.
girl, how are you supposed to be? And then she just finds some random monkey man, and he just bouncing through, and he just walking around with no. It just, and honestly,
He
I didn't
was
really,
fine though.
but
He was fine.
I would need him drawn differently. That level wasn't
You ain't
doing it
like
for
the
me.
hard face,
No, it was like,
the
mm,
monkey feet.
yeah, I'm good on that one. Yeah, no, it wasn't. It's just like, because in real life, Buddy was less smelly. I'm like,
Yo, yeah, nah, he stunk.
that's what I'm saying.
Wasn't
I'm
no
like,
way.
man,
And
looking
and
that
and the
supposedly
locks were
looking that
probably
good.
filthy. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, yeah. I need to rewrite that joke because like, who was retwisting his locks? Who was retwisting that man's locks? They were
you know who
perfect.
who's been twisting the locks. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this.
Shabby do dot doot doot. Wasn't no way.
Do do do
There
do
was
dee
no way.
duh.
And that was voiced by Rosie O'Donnell,
Oh,
which is
you
so
know,
random.
and I will say for that. That's why I was like, some of these were kind of like, because they did have like some hitters back in the day before you found out about a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, like
Hmm.
it seems like a lot of celebrities like, oh, when they were doing their stuff then nowadays you find out everything about me, like, oh my god, they're a criminal. So it's just like, eh. But they were hitting when they were hitting.
I just I will give you this. Tarzan is not, if I'm thinking like my top 10, it's not my top 10. I don't think it's in my top 20 Disney movies. I like the movie, but it's not in my top 10, top 20. I give you that.
I
I don't loathe it. but
No,
it
it just
ain't up
didn't
there.
come up to the top of like literally like a lot of them. That's the thing. When I was looking through them, I couldn't really find any that I hated in this era.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's some that I'm like, but
Mm, I
but
don't rock with you.
yeah, but the '90s they actually had a decent one. So more so it's just ones that like I watched once and I'm like I'm good on it. I don't need to watch it
Hmm.
again. I got
And that's crazy because Tarzan came out in '99. You was like, you just made the list.
it.
One more
Barely
year, and
made it,
you would have,
B. Barely
you
made it.
would have. But I
Yeah.
hear, I can't argue with that though. That's sound logic. All right, I'm gonna do mine, and this one is actually a multitude of them, and I need to actually check. I should have checked, but you know what? Fuck it, we here. I hate all the Land Before Time movies after the third one.
Okay, okay. Because that's what I was gonna say too. I was just like, I was gonna pick Land Before Time, but I was just like, ugh, because some of the Land Before Times, like they
But
came out later, so the good ones were
yeah.
like, I don't know when it came out. It
But
came
no,
out the
I
original
think that
translation.
after I'm checking now. So the third one, I think no, after the second one, I'm like after the second one, after Chopper came and shit, I was good, bro.
Yeah,
Because
that
the
was
third one came out in '95, and I didn't. That
okay.
one was
Yeah,
mid, and they were mid all the way till forever. They have like I think it's 13 or 16 of them or something like that.
I'm
Like
not gonna lie. I know it sounds messed up at a point. I'm like, so when's that meteor
y'all,
gonna
when
hit?
that meteor, what's
When
the
it,
meteor?
when it's gonna hit? Like,
Well, some y'all gotta die because it's too
y'all
much.
gotta die.
It's too much for me. Keon, where's death? It needs to
Wrap it
come.
up.
Come on. Come on, long neck. That's enough neck. Like, get the fuck out of here. It was stupid. It started just getting dumb. And this is as a child. I'm like, I don't care no more. I
It's
don't
like, what else
care. I
can you
don't care
do?
about these characters.
That was with me. It's like, okay, what else though? Like, what
What
else you
else?
got going on? Like,
What else you got? And
I
I'm looking it up
was like,
because you know I'm super nerdy. I didn't know these were executive produced by George Lucas and Steven Spielberg. I'm trying to see which ones, cause what the fuck?
ooh.
It can't be all of them. There's no way.
It
There's too
can't be. It
many.
just ugh.
I'm looking
No.
now. It doesn't even
They like at the end they had to give that to like their interns or something. Like, here you go
yeah,
do
to
something.
their kids or something like, hey, here
Yeah,
you
it's
go.
just
Here's a
like
job.
keep
There's
quiet. Daddy got money because I just
Daddy
said
got money.
the
This shit
writing
was
guy.
ass. It was booty. And the dude, the original director was Don Bluth, and I was like, that looks familiar. And that's because he did anything that wasn't Disney. He kind of did those movies. So
Mm.
Secret and Them,
Oh
American
wait, what'd you
Tail,
say? What was his last name?
Bluth, because I think he did All Dogs Go to Heaven, Anastasia,
Yeah,
Titan.
like you can see by the artwork. Because when I was looking through them, I was just like, it seemed like I really messed with a lot of these more than I did Disney movies.
Hmm.
Oh, okay, and I was like, let me see. I'm like, all right, Booth, like let's
Bluth
go.
be, yeah, Rockadoodle, all of Thumbelina, Trolling Central Park, Pebble and Penguin. Yeah,
And
what?
you can
Who are y'all? What company is this? Let
That's
me
what
look
I
this
said. I
shit
was
up.
expecting. I was getting it mixed up with. I think they were part of Warner Brothers or something like that. Or I
Hmm.
didn't know, but back then they had. It just seemed like there was more companies out there doing it before, like Disney just monopolized everybody except for a couple
Yeah, they
companies,
got
so
y'all.
they did become a monopoly. But
They got
yeah,
you. They got him up out of here.
I'm like,
I think it was his own company. He used to work with Disney, and then he made his own production company.
yeah, because he did another one. Let me check before I say it. Yes, because there was a cartoon that came out early, and I did it on my stream one time. It was called what is it? It was something the Woodpile cat, Banjo the Woodpile cat.
Banjo.
Did not behave. He never did what he should. Poor little guy. But yeah,
He never did what he should.
was such when I was younger, I thought it was like a movie, but then I watched it
Mhm.
now. It's like it's 30 minutes, but it was like a
Yes.
short film, and like
Yo,
he
I
did it. I
remember
looked, it was just him.
Banjo.
It was just like his own little gig. It didn't have like a lot of production. He also
Hmm.
did
Oh
that too.
yeah, I'm looking. I see it now. Don Bluth Productions, and then you were the other thing you had said something. I think it's under not Warner Brothers. What's the other one? I just had that shit open. United or
Yeah,
MGM and shit.
one of those. Yeah, because they had a couple back then.
They
Or
had
they
some
all.
hits.
Oh yeah,
But you
yeah.
know what
Honestly,
wasn't? All the ones after Land Before Time too.
pretty
That's
much.
after Chomper came and you're one of us now. You're
And
a family
it
and you're
felt
one
like
of us now.
I could be wrong, but I feel like started feeling like some of them dinosaurs started sounding different. I'm like, you ain't the
Yeah,
original
because like for
Ducky.
you to start in '88, if you start in '88, there's no way these are the same kids. They're like,
Yeah.
I was born in '88, and the last movie that came out
Ooh.
was 2013.
Wasn't
So
that
there's
the whole
no
situation that the chick that played
Ducky.
Ducky? It was a whole
Yeah,
thing. It
she
was
got
like,
murdered by her dad.
yeah, that kind of,
Yeah, was jealous of her like success, which is crazy. Like that's your
yeah,
child. She was like a baby. That was a baby. That shit. That's
that's
some evil. You gotta be an evil motherfucker. Like that
insecure
is
AF. Like, because, like, not
yo.
my kid. It's just like, okay, bruh. Like,
Mm-mm.
that was really sad. Granted, I'm glad I didn't learn about that until I was more of an adult. Cause I was
Yeah,
like,
I would have. That would have
messed up as
ruined the
a kid.
movie for me. She
Yeah,
was in
yeah.
Jaws, and then she did Ducky, and then she was the little girl in All Dogs Go to Heaven. She's in some other
Oh,
stuff too.
wow.
Yeah, but All Dogs Go to
Okay.
Heaven was both of those movies were actually released after she passed away.
Mm.
They were released with post what is it, oh ominously, humously. You know, a word. Some words I be reading them. I'm like, I know what that means, but
Look
I
it
can't
up,
pronounce that shit.
Patreon. Go educate yourself.
Humorously.
You.
Yeah, both of
Mm.
y'all. Patreon, y'all see the video, so y'all seen the face I was making. The rest of y'all hearing it, I'm struggling. Pronounce that word
No,
for me.
they can hear it. They like,
Hominis,
you hear the struggle.
human.
Himina, hamina,
Yeah.
hima.
So back to my answer. Every Lamborghini Tom movie after the second one was cheeks, booty, stank, asshole. It sucked.
You know, that
I
that's fair.
forgot what we saw. See, this is a tangent podcast. That's why I knew you'd be good here. All right, so time for your second pick.
Oh, we're doing all bads, or we're doing good bad,
Oh
good
no,
bad, good.
I bet.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right.
Not
So,
smack the page.
oh, this one, I'm gonna be honest. When it came to my bads, it was just like these could be almost in any order, but I'm gonna try here. Um, so these two were kind of a neck and neck, but I didn't care for Hercules.
Oh,
I didn't care. I
you
don't.
just hate the men Disney movies. That's what it
Uh,
sounded like. It
you
wasn't
know what?
enough
Maybe it's
pomp and
their chin.
circumstance for you. You
Maybe it's their chin because he had the gig on the chin. And I'm like, oh my, I didn't, I
bless
didn't
my
care.
soul. Kirk was on a roll. How could
And
you
see,
not?
that was it. See, but that was the thing. That's what made this one hard because, and that this
Mm,
was the thing. The fire songs were mainly were the ones with the black chicks that were singing. Other than that, the rest of them songs, I went through. I did my research. I was like, let me listen to a couple of these other songs. I'm like, me. I'm like, I was like, if it ain't got the sisters in it, it ain't hitting really for
I
me.
was
So I'm
on
like,
my way. I can go the distance.
oh yeah,
You weren't feeling that Danny DeVito. So you wanna
no,
be a
oh
hero, kid?
yeah.
Well,
As soon as I heard that, I was
whoop
like,
de
boop. I
doo.
was
He was
like,
like, no, where are the black
backwards.
women?
Like I like the characters. Some of the characters are kind of like they have their own little standout moments, but like the movie itself,
I
I
can
wouldn't
I
go
can
back
see that. Wait, where
at
is
some
my
point.
internet tripping? Internet, you've been being fine all day. Hold on one second, GQ.
Hmm?
Hold on. Hold on. The internet. Wait, let me see. Damn it. Hold on. The internet freezing. Hold up. Internet, stop tripping.
Damn it!
Hell, I'm gonna have to close it. I'm gonna close it, but come back the same.
Gotcha. All
That
right.
shit is wilding. Hold up. Let me.
Wait, why do I have to come back? Hmm. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm.
Now let's see. Okay, is it working now? Yo,
Yeah.
the internet. I'm like, you've been being fine for this whole time, and now you want to act stupid when a bitch trying to work. Here we go. All right. So you hate Hercules.
Yeah, is that how we coming back? Coming back hot, huh? Like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, some of the songs, I was just like, ooh, like, is that gonna pull it? But I'm like, that's why I preface this by saying, like, it's story and song combo. Like, if I wouldn't really rewatch the whole movie, other than for the couple of songs, it's just like, I mean, the story itself, it just kind of like, it's cool. And I'm gonna be honest, it's more so I don't know. Maybe it's the whole like Kratos thing. Like it's just like I got me a real one though. You know what I'm saying? Now this I moved on, so it ain't hidden like that. But obviously the Zero to Hero, that was probably one of my favorite songs out of it. It's more upbeat, this, that, and the other. But the way Hercules looked just wasn't doing it for me art style.
He
So
was
that's
fine.
another thing. I'm like beat. So and I didn't really care for that
Not
chick. She
beef.
kind of got on my nerves. But
Megara was an asshole. I will say that.
yeah,
Like,
that's
I
what I was like.
understand why she was doing what she was doing, but she was an
Yeah.
asshole. Hercules was stupid, so I can understand that. Like, the character dynamic wasn't great. I just like it honestly for nostalgic sake. Like, that was one of the movies.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I remember like we snuck into the drive through, not drive through, drive through.
Try
I'm
it.
hungry. Drive in, and we watched it like twice. It was that and like
Oh.
Anacondas or some shit like that, and we just kept watching those movies over. Like, so for me, it's just like a nostalgic movie, but I
Yeah,
agree
I
it
mean, because
wasn't
that in that sense, it holds
great
to a
plot
memory
wise.
then for you. Yeah, because then like that, then it's
Yeah,
attached
but
to a
like
memory that
it
you really
and
enjoyed from when you were
I'm
younger.
with you. The It's good, but it's not. If I got to be honest, it's not like one of the best movies. It's not like it's the same thing with Tarzan. Like, I like it because nostalgia, but like, yeah, the plot was not great. Like, the fight scenes were dope when he was cutting them motherfuckers heads off. Fire, but
Yeah,
I agree. It was mid. It was a mid movie. It was mid.
I mean, he did decent. It was a decent
It,
level, when Kingdom Hearts came out. But I mean, but other than that, that was about it for moi. So,
I could do without.
yeah, you know,
I'm good
but
on that. I'm not mad at that. So I'll go to mine then. My second one is, and I don't even hate this. No, I hate it just because it's not a great movie. Doug's first movie. It's not great.
yep,
Mid as fuck. Um,
Doug had a
so
movie.
like you remember, so exactly. So Doug had got bought by Disney. And I already hated that because that's when they
Ooh,
gave Doug a
yep,
long sleeve shirt for no reason.
yep,
Like, I didn't like they were trying too hard when he went over there. Like, they cut
hmm
Patty's hair, and they like put pants on her, and like was
yeah. They
trying
were
to
like,
just
"Oh,
make
this is
her.
ours." I'm like, mm,
It was ugly. BB got way more annoying. Like, they changed all the characters and made them more annoying. Like, they amped up their worst qualities, right?
yeah.
And so then they
That's
made
when I
a
was like,
movie. It's mid. I don't know why shows feel like when they make a movie, it has to be like high stakes. Like, Doug was never a high stakes show. Like, for me,
no.
when it's a cartoon making a movie, like based off a TV show, I just want it to feel like a longer episode.
Yeah,
Like,
because
don't
that's
make
really
it.
what you want.
I just want to feel like it's two episodes at once. Stop trying to make it an epic. I think
Yeah,
Bob's Burgers is probably like the best example of that. Like, watching that movie, it felt like a long episode of Bob's Burgers.
yeah.
It
I
was
was just
it was
like,
good.
but I would give it. But I'm not gonna
Mhm.
lie, the dancing in it and some of the songs did hit though. I don't know
They
why the dancing made me
hit.
laugh. I was like, because
Because
they were getting it.
you could tell it was like the motion thing. They
Yeah,
was fucking
they
getting
were.
it.
They, they
But
really.
like, that's what I want from a movie.
Yeah. I'll give it that. No, I feel you.
Oh no, the internet.
What
What
was
was you
this
talking
thing
about?
again?
Hey everybody, welcome
We
back.
said we would remember.
I wrote it down.
Um.
In the spirit of transparency, my internet's been tripping, so this is like take three. So I think,
That's
oh, we were
good.
talking about Doug and how Disney
Oh.
yeah, Disney bought Doug, and the movie was ass because the story, well, first the story was ass. It was pretty much, they found what a nematode was, and it was some monster in the lake, and Doug
Yeah,
was, you
that's what
remember
that
now?
was.
But there was a dance, and I think Doug, it was like Doug finally getting Patty, but it was just like the whole rescuing and all of this shit. It was just a lot going on for this movie, and it wasn't good.
Yeah.
And I hated the characters, and I hated when Disney bought Doug. Like, I feel like
Yep.
it lost like a lot of like what Doug was supposed to be. So that movie was ass. The movie was
Yeah.
ass. And and now it's time for our final hates. GQ, are you ready? Uh,
Okay.
I'm,
So
I'll let you
I
go first.
I feel like people shouldn't be tripping that hard, but it is what it is.
They'll be all right. We'll fight them.
Beauty and the Beast. I didn't. I it
Yo, you
just
went all Disney.
it, it's just like Disney be doing stuff. I'm not gonna lie, if it wasn't because um again it was the music. Little Mermaid was about to be up there because that one really made me mad. But I just didn't like that Ariel gave up everything being under the sea for a man on Earth. Like it was like just on land.
I'm
Like,
not
girl,
mad
you
at
could
that.
have. I'm like, you had it all just to be regular. I mean, I guess. I mean, I know he was a prince, but if you drop your ass, you basic boo.
It's a
They gonna act like
wrap.
they don't know you.
You
But she didn't
you
make the list because
basic
they had good
boo.
music. Yeah, I was just like, I let it go because I'm like, she had good music and they got
Like,
what's
he
going
was
on and
like,
coming
all
out
right.
now. I ain't trying to have that heat come out. So but yeah, right now is
Not
but
that
real talk.
he.
Hey, but real talk, Beauty and the Beast was meh. Like I liked the music. It was like I like two songs, I think. But overall it was just like because I mean you gotta admit, once that dude like went back to human form, it
Okay.
was like boo.
Yeah.
It was like
No, I ain't gonna lie. I made some videos about that. He was finer as the beast, and thank you, because that's the
yeah,
video I'm gonna make today. He was finer as the beast. I agree. I
I
think that's one
just
of them universally agreed upon points that go back to Beast Baby. You was fine and
yeah, because it's just like I'm thinking, okay, once you transform from the beast, one, I think it was just a bad transition just because it's like he went from being a beast with dark hair to being blonde and then just looking corny. It was like
corny.
it's just
He looked
like
corny. That's so
and then I
funny.
just couldn't deal with all the attitude problems. It's just like, oh, I'm a beast. Oh, leave me alone, love and roses. I'm like,
Leave
oh
me
my
alone.
god.
That's what he said. Leave me alone.
It was just
Um,
like I can't, and it's just like, oh my gosh, what's
just do
good?
it.
Like I'm here, let me love you, so you cannot be this, and then the candles and the sticks and the teapots can be all right, and the chip tooth cup. It was just a lot. It's
Not the
like
chip tooth cup.
that's what I'm saying. You
And
got
this
the
is this
chandelier.
is an
Like how long it
insight.
had to be like this? It's like not the chandelier, the
This is an insight
candlestick.
into
My
my
bad.
traumas, GQ, because I like that shit. That's my problem now. That Mr. Darcy, Pride and Prejudice, I love you, but I don't. Like, oh, he's so tortured and upset. But I'm
See,
so sweet. Maybe if I'm sweet, I'll make him nice. That's my problem to this day. Like, that is my
have we
problem.
learned
I
nothing?
date Beast. No, because she
It
got a
doesn't
castle
work.
at the end. Kind of.
I mean,
I mean, it's funny because I literally do be dating Beast GQ. They be having money. They be having money and they
at
house be
least,
nice and
hey,
they
at
be
least you
buying
got
me
that.
stuff. But they be so mean. Like what is wrong with me? Now
Yeah.
you really got me. What is wrong? I be dating Beast. They be so mean. But it's
I'm
like,
gonna be
but
honest. If you probably
he'll
look
protect
back at
me.
like a lot of things that you used to watch as a kid, and then you kind of compare that to like who you dated, it's like because I
Hmm.
look back like things that I was like a fan of, or this, that, and the other. And I'm like, yeah, because like people I date, they don't look the same. I don't have a type, you know what I'm saying? But then I
Uh-huh.
look at like things that I liked back as a kid, like certain characters, and I'm like, oh my
Oh,
gosh.
that's my problem.
I'm like,
That's what
okay,
was going on here.
therapy should have happened sooner. Okay. So what are you
Oh
gonna
shit.
do?
Hey, mm, shenanigans. It's gonna be very insightful once we get to the love too, like to see if that is
Mm,
also. I don't think mine are, but maybe actually a
yeah,
little bit
no.
low key now that I'm looking at it. Um. All right, so it's my hate, and this is actually the only Disney movie I got on here on both sides because I tried to steer away from Disney because I feel like that's cliche for me because everybody know I'm a Disney stalker. Pocahontas 2, hated it,
Oh, two.
hated
Yeah,
it.
I didn't even
Two.
know. Really, I didn't
It
even know
was
there was a two.
it was okay. So pretty much it was her, this guy named what is it, Tom Rolfe or some shit. I don't fucking remember. But it wasn't John Smith. And he came and like it was he came and took her to London and they were treating her like shit and then they ended up getting married. I still don't
Oh
know.
no, no,
The
no.
it was based off of like, all of this is quote supposed to be based off of historical facts. But I feel like y'all already deviated so much from it being historically accurate because there was no
Yeah,
John Smith ever. She was 13, like, and
yeah.
she
I
was a
think they should just
captive.
let that one go.
Like once he left, it should have been done the second movie, and then John Smith came back, and she was marrying the other guy, and not John Smith. So it was just like this was unnecessary. This was an unnecessary movie. I hate it. Y'all
Yeah.
could have just let it where it ended was where it should have ended. And especially like in the 90s, early 2000s, like a lot of the Disney sequels ruined stuff that was in the first movie. So like in
Yeah.
my mind, that's not even canon. Like that movie's not canon. Like what happened was he went on with his life and she went on with her fucking life, and that was it. That's what her characters
That would
ended.
have been fine.
Stop it. We didn't need to see that. We didn't need to see her in London and them trying to make her assimilate into white culture. We did not need to see
Right.
that. We
Like
didn't
we
need to
haven't been through
see
enough with the first one. Like this just I'm
yo,
tired.
baby. Enough
Like,
was enough. We never wanted this. We never needed it. I remember we watched it in school. Like that's when I
yes,
saw it. We
they
saw it
took
in
us to the
school in
theater to
one of the
see it,
classes,
and I was like,
and it was like this is a lot going on, and then I got to sit through this bullshit. The part that really pissed me off is there's a part where what's his name, the mine for the taking. He's in it. I'm like, I
mm,
thought y'all was gonna murk him. Um, and like she's meeting like the king and queen or some shit, and they have a bear, and they parade this bear out to perform. And she's just like, no, we don't treat animals like that. And her just falling over this bear and stuff like that. And I'm like, this is very ham fisted trying to prove a
it,
point. Like, I don't like it. I didn't like it.
yeah, it's
Hate
a
it.
lot. If we could not,
It
children are
was
trying to
too
come
much
up the
going
best
on
way they can. You guys forcing this down our throats already. Meh.
down
I'm
our
not gonna like
throats.
you saying that like second movies. I'm be honest like mineral what is it? What is the word? Mentions,
Honorable mentions.
honorable
Yeah,
mentions
what
is
she's
like
on there.
fails. Like Aladdin 2 almost made it on there. That was just like what what
What is
the
going
hell?
on?
I was like, I
What do
don't
y'all?
care. I'm like, name me a Aladdin 2 Jafar's Return song that you remember. I'll wait. Exactly. That's what I'm just like them
A lot,
second
yeah. A
ones.
lot of the direct to like y'all just need to stop making those. And they got better over like Lion King 2 was solid, but even same
Yeah,
that
I
they
left
had
that
that
one
one
alone.
song. I don't like that in you pende. That song was ass. Um but but the he is not one that shit hit. But like Fox and the Hound 2, we don't need to see them little. That's enough.
Yeah.
Mowgli 2, I don't give a fuck what happened when he went to the
What?
village. Like well, Jungle
I
Book
didn't
2, and then he went to the village, and that's what I'm saying. Like they just be doing shit that we didn't care about. Like the
girl, I didn't
story
even
ended.
know they made because I thought like call it Brave Little Toaster. I thought that made it in the 90s.
He
Did
went
not
to
know that came in.
space.
Girl, that's why I was like to the moon. Y'all doing good to get out the house.
Come
But not
on. Now you got fucking astronaut
yeah, I was
knowledge.
just
Just fuck
like
out of here.
who went into the boardroom was just like, you know what? We need to get this raggedy ass toaster, this heated blanket, this vacuum, and this old
This heated
radio,
blanket
and we need to take them to the moon. It's just
to
like
the
I think
moon.
I
We
think that's
didn't
what we
need
could have
that,
been
bro.
like. That was
That's enough.
enough. The
We're
second
good
one was
on you.
pushing it.
We're good
The
on you.
moon.
The
Yeah. Or
moon.
Mars or wherever the hell they went, space. So yeah. But yeah,
Stupid to stupid
yeah.
place.
So the moral is it could have
Um,
been worse. So but yeah.
Could have been at the moon, bitch. All right, so we're
Right.
gonna go to our loves now. Our loves, and you can go first as well. I'll let you.
I was
Or
some
should I
things I
go
was
first?
like,
You should go first.
I think yeah, you should go first.
Oh yeah, I'll go
Honestly, I feel
first.
like some of ours are gonna be the
There. That's
same.
why I was like, I
But
want you to. I'm gonna go. Fuck it. I go. All right, this one. I'm starting. Because everybody knows I love love. I love love. This is one of the first like love movies I remember just watching. Swan Princess. I'm starting Swan Princess, a
oh
non-Disney movie, and I like the songs. Me and you are
yeah.
big on like the songs gotta hit. If
Oh
the
yeah.
songs don't hit, we not watching. We turn that shit off. And Swan Princess had a lot of songs on there that were hitting.
Yeah.
What's my favorite one? This isn't my idea of fun. And then the other one I'll be singing all the time when they were fucking shit. It just
When they
fell out
were
of my head. I was just singing it. I was just singing it too when he's doing the hunting. Ah,
uh
nah, fuck that.
I was like,
Have you
what
seen
was
Have you seen Swan Princess?
I've seen it like once, but I know I did actually like the music and stuff with it. Like it didn't let's put it this way, it didn't piss me off.
Practice. That's the other one.
Ooh wee.
I had to Google practice. I'm upset at myself. Yeah, it's a fire soundtrack. Thinking of her and the way that it was. Practice. Okay.
I didn't know they had this
We
many
are a band
swan
and not a
princesses.
band of animals. This masquerade is more than I can bear. There goes my reputation. And they had a lot of sequels too. There was Christmas and all of that shit. I
Yeah.
didn't watch that. I don't care.
Yeah,
I
I'm
like the
looking at it right
original
now. I'm
movie,
like,
which is based off of the fucking ballet. Nah,
yeah,
because we didn't
it
need
was a
that. We don't
lot.
need that. We don't leave it alone. Let the
Yeah,
movie
just
end. I get it, money wise. They're like, we made money on the first one. We make some more. No,
yeah.
I didn't even know they had one in 2000, 2012. They dropped that McDonald's looking 3D animation. Hate it. We don't need
No,
that.
they got one in
But the original movie
2020,
was
the
good.
Royal
Solid
Wedding.
soundtrack. Hey, I'm looking at that shit now. Why? And I guess this a
Yeesh.
kid royalty undercover? No, they either make them go to space or they make them spies. That's what they be doing with this shit every time. They go to space or they
It's a
be
lot.
spies. Even Cars. We don't need that. We don't need that. Far longer
Wait, what
than
do
Forever,
cars
the
do?
other song. The second one, Cars 2, Lightning McQueen,
Oh,
they went to Japan and somewhere else, and then Mater became a spy and was doing espionage. Like, he's not even the most likable character. Like, we didn't need that
no
shit at
way.
all. It's too much. But Swan Princess, solid movie. Same thing. It's attached to core memories. I just told this story to somebody else. Fourth grade, this chick named Timberland Plattenberg. If you're listening, Timberland, I'm sorry. She let me borrow her book, her Princess and the Frog, Princess Swan Princess book, and I never returned it. And then I found it like years later, and then we ended up going to high school together. And I was gonna give it back, but I'm like, that's fucking weird. That's weird as fuck to just
Why?
give back this book
Yeah.
because we were like 9, and then I found it again when we were like 16. Like, I'm not giving you this book back. Like, that's fucking weird.
It'd
That's
be weird
weird.
if she was just like, if I can only get that book, I don't know what happened to you. Like, yeah, I have it, could, but it'd be weird and lame. It's like,
So I just like, but I felt so bad even to this day. If she's listening or anybody that is in
please
consistent communication with her and she wants that fourth grade book back, I gotta refind it, but I give it back.
re-find it. That's
That you could get it back. But okay, it is your turn now. What is your love, GQ?
okay. So I almost hope this is in your list because this is like, but I mean, then we could just go over it. But so I'm going from the bottom to the top. So yeah, so Rockadoodle. Like, I don't know what happened where I was like, I remember someone brought it up. I'm like, yes, Rockadoodle. What?
Rockadoodle
Why
was
weren't we
fire.
doodling? I mean, because
Why weren't we
obviously
doodling?
I don't know why, because I was like, Rockadoodle hit. It was some decent songs. It was like, granted, obviously the rooster was supposed to be like an Elvis. You know what I'm saying? The love part in it when he got with the old girl and she was like playing him. I was stressed as a kid. It was just like, Lord, she
Like,
playing
she
you. They
was
try to. It's just
playing
like,
him. She was playing him.
girl. And then like
She was playing the
then it was
shit out
just
his
so
ass.
heartbroken when he, 'cause then that just, I mean, now I look back on that, I need to go really rewatch it now as an adult. But like the ego break when the sun came up, regardless of him doodling, and it was like, oh, the sun still came up and this nigga didn't doodle, and they still. I was like,
Ooh.
he was
It was
crushed.
like
He's like,
it never needed you.
it was never about me. What do you mean? Like honestly, that's happened to me. I'm like, so wait,
It
the
was
world doesn't
never
revolve around me. It's
about
like
me.
it was like, oh, and he was just like, all right. And
Like,
then
nah,
I
bro,
don't
and
know,
it never did.
yeah, and he just went to Hollywood 2 steps and almost started snorting coke. It was bad, and then he got his life back together. But it was rough watching him like hit
Yo,
rock bottom. It was a lot, but I really do like Rockadoodle. They had a lot of fire songs on there.
Rockadoodle was going through it, and
And again,
and
he's
like
like you
once
said,
again,
that's a
like
blues.
Don Bluth, whatever happened, I gotta know. The animation was amazing. Like, the characters look dope. Like, look, if y'all aren't, look up Goldie. Like, she was so pretty. Like
Oh
the
yeah,
colors
she.
look good. It
Oh
was
my
like
gosh, that's
a
why I
beautiful
loved
looking movie.
looking at
All these
her.
movies are
I was just
beautiful.
like, oh. And honestly, when I looked at it, I'm like, you if you
Hey,
look
that's
at the
that's your next
characters in
costume.
that, you can see, hey, gotta work out, get that in. But like when I noticed, I was like, wait, this has got to be the same dude. Because if you look at like how Disney animation, they kind of aired out how some of the things are the same. The cat that was in Rockadoodle, he's pretty much the same exact cat from Banjo the Cat. You're like, that's the
Banjo.
same
Yep.
cat, just in a different outfit. But
Like,
I'm like,
Banjo, what you
what's up,
doing?
Banjo? He's like, hey, gotta make this bed. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
He
yo.
said, I started acting a little bit better. I got some more rolls in me.
Right. You're right.
But
Hey,
that shit
but
do hit. That's a solid pick. We actually might not have the same ones because I was gonna pick Rockadoodle, but I was like, she gonna pick Rockadoodle. And the other ones
dang,
I tried to
thanks.
not pick because I'm like, GQ gonna put that on there. Um, and this one It's just a solid movie. Fern Gully.
I
Fern Gully,
almost put that
yeah.
on there. That
See?
was really good. But I was like, I was like, let me not, because I'm like, it was so. I felt like it was so. I don't know. It felt kind of obscure. I didn't really hear anybody talk about, but that one hit. That one I watched a lot as
It's
a kid. That
so
one,
good. And then it's one of the
yeah.
movies too. Like if you were in like daycare and all that stuff or anything like after school programs, like they used to play the shit out of
Yep.
Fern Gully. They
Oh
used to play
yeah.
the shit out of Fern Gully. And it's just a good movie. Even the message, like protect the earth. It made me like stop littering. Like it was one of
Yeah. I'm
those
like,
movies that actually impacted me. Like that's what be happening. The voice acting
yeah,
was good. They had fucking Tim Curry, right? Wasn't Robin Williams was the bad? Like
yeah. I think so.
it
Let me
was
see.
a solid fucking movie. Animation's great. And like I don't even know the chick's name. What is her
Oh,
name?
ooh, right. Let me see.
Krista. And
Yeah,
his
yeah,
name was Zach.
yeah.
And I like
Zach
her
was a
outfit
popular
too.
name for some
Like
reason back then. I don't
it
know.
was
You know what I'm
early
saying?
early 90s. Oh yeah, he was Christian Slater. They had some hard hitters in here. Christian
Yeah.
Slater, Tim Curry, Cheech was in there. Cheech and Chong were in there. Tone, is it
I
Tone Loc or Tone Lock? It's Lock, right? I always say
think it's
Loc.
locked.
Locke, he's been in a lot of stuff too. Like especially in the '90s, that deep voice, he was in
Mhm.
every fucking thing.
Oh yeah,
Um, but just a good movie. And I think they made yeah, they made a sequel to Magic
yeah,
Recipe. I didn't watch that shit. I don't care. After the first one, I'm good on you.
yeah,
But great ass movie.
yeah. I really did like it. Oh, I'm so glad that I was like, you know what? Something in my soul feels like let it rest. Pick this one because otherwise we've been like, so the
Fern
same
Gully.
list.
Yeah, we
Great
there? All right,
podcast.
yeah. I feel like our number one's gonna be the same. I just got it in my heart of hearts that our number one might be
I
the
honestly feel
same.
like it may not be. I feel like
Cause
it
you
won't, because
okay.
the second one that I have is probably gonna be a surprise for sure. Because even I was like, does this count? So, um, my number two, basically, like I said, music hits, but we shouldn't have been watching it, but it did come out in the '90s.
Oh.
But it won an award. So South Park, bigger, better, better, all around better.
Oh
Blame
shit!
Canada. Like,
Blame Canada.
like
Yeah,
what did didn't
we
it
was not
win
supposed
a
to be watching
Grammy
that.
or something? What did it
It
win?
had the music was hit. Well, Cosmo's bitch, she's big fat bitch, she's big
It's
as
the
bitch, and a
biggest
whole
bitch in the whole
horse is
wide
you
world.
know
Yeah,
bitch.
a bitch to all the
She's a
boys and
super king.
girls.
When he called her a kamehameha
Yeah.
biatch, I was like,
Kamehameha, biatch.
yo,
He's like, ask the kids
yo.
around the world, and it might go a little bit something like this.
Yo, just racist as fuck. It was so much going on. And you know what's funny? That was because I never really watched South Park until that movie. Like that movie is what got me into South Park.
That was it. Hit like
Uncle
all the
Fucker.
songs
Shut
pretty
your
much.
fucking
Like
face, Uncle Fucker.
the
Here comes
last
the
one, like when they did
Uncle Fucker.
what is
Yeah.
it?
Song
La
of the Evening,
Resistance.
Clay.
That one hit. La Resistance at the end. And then they mixed like the three songs,
Yeah.
like the three that one, hey, I listened to that just because I was just like, okay. Like
I'm
yeah,
super.
so
Thanks for asking. I think consider I'm better
yeah.
on play.
I'll be like
Yeah. It was a
Easy
lot going
okay.
on. But it's valid. That's a hey, I wasn't expecting that either. Solid fucking pick.
And it was funny. There was a lot of
Season,
like
okay.
there was too many of them that was
Okay.
too good. So that's why I was like, I have to. Me and my sister watched
Oh
that so
shit.
much. So it was like, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It wasn't we weren't supposed to be watching, it, but it was animated and it did come out in the '90s, and the songs were fire. So that one had to make the list. I was like, oh,
And the
so
music hit.
it did. Like I said, it actually went.
It
I
was
went
not
to look it up.
was was not expecting that at all. Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'm gonna go to my it didn't win an award before I go to my last one.
No, no, go ahead.
Okay, GQ. My number one pick. You ready? Oh wait, no, did
Mhm.
you something else to add to that? My bad, because you know the internet glitching again. So I'm like, if you still talking, please.
Oh no, no, no. No, I'm
Okay,
waiting to
my
hear
number
what
one then.
your number one is.
All right. All right. The Chipmunks Adventure.
Girl, okay. I was gonna pick that,
Chipmunks
but
Adventure. That
but I didn't because it came out in the '80s. That's why. Because like, did you look at when the Chipmunk Adventure came out?
it came out in the 80s?
Yes, that's why I was like, oh, I can't pick it.
No, I could have sworn it was. Isn't this funny? Because
I
that's the only one
but
I
that's what
didn't
I
look up.
think. Like it came out in the '80s, but then we ended up watching
Hilarious, and
it
that's why we
in the
didn't have the
'90s.
same number one.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Because otherwise, girl, you know
Yeah, 80. It was
that.
87. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay, well, hold on. Now I gotta change my number one. That's funny as fuck.
Oh yeah. Because
And
otherwise, for
a
sure we would have. Because I was just
scratch,
like, oh, I can't
scratch.
wait to talk
Okay,
about
so I'm
it.
gonna do my other number one. Now we're gonna have to do 80s classics. Um, damn, because now, okay, no, I'm gonna have to redo mine because the other one I want to pick, it's not really slept on. I want to do a slept on. So you know what, GQ? No, no, fuck it. Nope, I got it. I got it. Nope, I got it. I got it. Off top, off the dome. Bebe's Kids. Going
I was
Bebe's
gonna
Kids.
pick that one too.
Bebe's Kids was one of my favorite movies growing up. I used to rent that movie. Yeah, I used to rent that movie at Blockbuster Hollywood Video. Like I would get the same movie. I would get that movie so much that my dad didn't even need to ask what movie I wanted. He would go get that and
Yeah.
Little Rascals and stuff. Like he know what I want. Bring home the Bebe's Kids. Bebe's Kids was just a funny movie, and I didn't even really know that it was because we were little. I didn't know it was based off of Robin Harris's comedy, like his stand up.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was him. Like when they changed him into a cartoon, I thought that was Robin Harris. Faison Love, as of he been doing shit the past couple years, so I don't want to gas him too much because he be getting on my nerves.
Mm.
But like he killed that role. Like he sounded just like Robin Harris. Like just like Robin Harris. Even when I watched it recently, I'm like, this is still a funny movie. It was funny as
Oh
fuck.
yeah.
It had Marcus Houston in it. Tone Lock again was in it.
Yeah.
He played Pee Wee. It had a romantic aspect. You know, I love some romance.
You know, I love some
But it was
romance
cool. It was just a solid, funny movie. I
because I think it
love
was like one of the
romance.
first
And then
like
black people.
thank you. That's what I was gonna say. First, like I think I don't want to say
Hmm.
first, but like animated movie with just all black folks, right? And it was like you know what I'm saying, like us. It wasn't like white people's rendition of what black folks are. You know, it's just like it was our stuff. Like I liked it.
And you could tell, like I was like, I want to look like black people had to be involved in writing the script. Like there's
Yes.
no fucking way that they weren't. Like that shit was so it even
Mm-mm.
like the roasting part, like
Yes.
when they
Like look at her in her skippy
head on
shoes.
the back of
Skippy
a toaster,
shoes.
yo, with the skippies with the broke down back. It's hilarious. And the funniest part, I'm looking it up now, it got negative reviews from the critics. Like it has a 36%. I don't know who the fuck.
Oh yeah, I just look at that. Yeah. Hating. You
Hey,
know why? Because they didn't get the
yeah.
jokes, but we did.
We were cracking the fuck up, and even like on the, I don't remember if it was in the theatrical release or not, but on the tape before the movie is like a short, and it has Jim Carrey, and he's an exterminator, and he gets
Uh,
called to this girl's house and is trying to kill this spider. And then it
ooh.
turns out he's a robot. He's like, your arachnic has been eradicated. It was just like fucking. I'm gonna go watch that shit fucking later.
Yeah.
What is that? But solid fucking movie, good jokes, and I think that now that I think about it, it might be one of the things that like got me into wanting to do stand up. Like I used to watch that
That's what I
movie
was about
so
to
much.
say. Yeah. I can see that.
Very, very cool. I'm gonna send you this thing. It's called Itsy Bitsy Spider, and the girl who voices the main girl is from the little girl in Hocus Pocus. The sister, the
Hmm.
younger sister, Cora Birch. There's the link in
Okay.
the chat. Okay, if you just want to watch it. All right, and now
I
for
just
your number one pick. Now I'm excited because now I
I
could
mean,
have sworn we was just
I'm
both
surprised
gonna
you
have
don't
same one.
know. I've asked you to either sing songs from it multiple times. Yes,
I knew
finally. I'm
it.
standing up for what, and when I researched this, girl, so it's Cats Don't Dance. Cats Don't Dance has the most like, fire, like soundtrack, and it was like majorly underrated. So get this. So when I went to go look up just some like basic things about it, because like I had made um like a TikTok.
What happened on TikTok?
So yeah, on TikTok, like I did like a lip sync of it because obviously you can hear I can't actually sing, but I will lip sync the hell out of a song. So yeah, so I did that, and so many people like I forgot how many I've never had like a blow up moment, so I was very confused. So I was like, oh, three I think it was like 3,000 people like watched it, and it was just like, oh no, those are the likes, and I was like, oh my gosh, and then when I looked at
Ooh.
the comments, so many people were commenting just
Hey,
off the
let's
fact that
go.
you know what I'm saying? It was I was just like, oh my gosh. I was like, so what's happening, folks? But there was so many comments where people was like, I thought I was tripping. I didn't think this like this or not anime, but this existed. I thought I was just like a kid and like woke up and saw it one day and fell asleep. I couldn't find it again. They're like, oh, this is in so
Like
many
I
people are
made
tripping
this
about.
up.
Yeah, they was like, and I was like, okay, and I thought it was just a one, but so many people were saying that, and but they really liked it, and I was just like, why, what happened, y'all? So, looking it
Oh
up,
damn.
like, I was like, what happened? So, what the thing was, it's like in the box office, it only did 3.6 million, but the budget that they spent on it was 32 million. So it's just like, so that's where the technical flop
Oh,
happened.
god
Yeah,
damn.
yeah. So it was like,
Mm,
ugh. So
got
I don't
you.
like I don't
And I
know
wonder,
the
I wonder what it was. Was it other movies dropping around that same time?
I don't know, and that's why I was like I wanted to look more into it, but chick had to go to work. But like I was like, how? Because I like if you guys haven't watched it, so nothing else, make it be known. Like go watch that movie if you don't know. Like I think you can almost probably was watching it on YouTube. Like the whole soundtrack was fire. Like but they had what is it Jasmine Guy as Sawyer. They had
Hmm.
Scott was it Baklua? Like I never even like as Danny. I was like, he was
That
Danny. Like,
Bakula.
yeah, like I never like I'm looking at him like I've
Mm,
seen that dude, but I can't hear his voice. But like literally who did the music and stuff, it was so fire. And I was like, how? And then like the story was solid. And I just like the twist on it that they made them animals without having to do because I mean everyone once you watch it, you know good and well what it is. It's just like, oh, like black folks trying to come up in
hmm.
like the music industry or acting and they weren't trying to let that happen.
Yeah.
And it was pretty good, but they did it in a
Yep.
better kind of way. But it was still really good. And I was shocked because I'm like, how is it not more well known? But like you're saying, I feel like something like that happened. Maybe a higher hitting Disney movie came out around the same time because it released
Yeah,
March
something had to
26th,
come out.
1997. Yeah, so I guess whatever came out
Oh,
around in March around 97 probably blew it out the water. But I really felt like, or maybe
mm.
it just didn't get the amount of advertising that it should have been.
Yeah,
But
it
yeah,
was
it was
saying that Warner Brothers didn't really advertise it, and they didn't really
mm,
market it. And I yeah, like I don't remember. I remember watching the movie, but I don't remember seeing any advertising. You know, Disney would drop like toys and stuff. It's everywhere. It's on
mhm.
posters. It's billboards. It's in the back of your
Yeah,
comic books. You seeing it everywhere. But yeah, Cats Don't Dance got no
nothing. Like
advertising.
McDonald's didn't make a toy and a Lunchable. I mean, a Happy Meal for it. Nothing. I was
A
like,
Lunchable.
some like y'all didn't do nothing. I'm like, how? And so that's why I'm like, no, even more so. This has to be number one because it should have really got a lot more shine that it did. And this one, I'm gonna be honest, the
Mm-hmm.
way I mean, I was it's kind of a catch 22. Like the way that it was, they wrapped it up and it ended perfectly. So it's just like for them not to f up a good animation, leave it as a one hit good instead of like, and part 3 when they try to, take
Mm-hmm.
over Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Like I can see where it still could have a little bit and wouldn't have been too bad just because the songs are so fire. But it just kind of like, yeah, leave well enough alone. But when I saw that, I was
Mm-hmm.
like, there's no way. And so yeah, so if you haven't seen it, please go watch it. I mean, I know it's not saying anything now. They're about,
Yeah, go watch that shit now.
we're a little late, but I'm still like just it really deserves like a lot more support and watch it
Still check it
than it
out. Oh,
yeah,
and I
and then
looked it up, GQ.
what happened?
I found some answers.
Oh, yes, please.
It's harder to talk now because you can't see me, so my bad. But so they did say it was a tie-in with Subway, but that was it. Like that's all they did, and it was really quick because Subway
Mm,
wasn't even like hot like that in the '97.
yeah.
Subway didn't get hot till they started doing that $5 footlong shit. Um, but they didn't put it in a lot of theaters, and these were the other movies that were out. The Devil's Own, don't remember that. The Sixth Man, that's that movie with Marlon Wayans and the dude
Mm,
from Kadeem, what's his face from A Different World. Dwayne,
okay, yeah.
wait, Flip Up Glasses. That was a
Yeah.
comedy. Baps, Baps
Ooh.
dropped that weekend one with Holly Berry. The one,
But
yeah, and then Turbo, a Power Rangers movie. That's
ooh,
what did
okay.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
okay.
was the
I
second
was like, well,
Power
where's
Rangers
the kids
movie.
movie though? I'm
And
like,
for
because the kids
kids,
movie would have
they're
to,
gonna go watch
yeah,
Power Rangers.
yeah. That's
Drop that
that's a
same weekend.
hard, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what.
And nothing else. They should have really tried to make the effort to push it back or release it earlier or something to be like,
But yeah, it's a
you know what
wrap.
I'm saying?
And it was Power Rangers, so you know it was advertised everywhere. Power Rangers comes on every day.
Yeah, and but
Hmm.
that's such a shame. But like I said, I really really love that movie. Like I said, all the songs I could go back and just
That's
play
a solid
them
pick.
as they are.
So that's funny
Yeah,
because most of these that we love, it's the music, it's the story, and the ones we hate, it's like music ain't hitting.
yeah. It was like, I don't know. I don't know. This was fun. I would love to do like an '80s one because I know like so that's what some of ours we couldn't make it because like
Make
some
it.
of our stuff
That's a
fell in the
solid. That's
'80s
a
and I
solid
didn't know
pick.
if
And
it.
I enjoyed this. We're gonna have to come back and do the '80s now.
Oh
You're
yeah,
coming back for '80s,
yes,
and hopefully my internet won't be wilding like this, and we can get through it in one
for real.
part, and don't have to do 5 parts.
No problem. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. This is so much fun. Thank you.
Hard nigga, bad nigga, I'm fly nigga. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hard nigga, bad nigga, I'm fly. Please don't be alarmed, it's just me high up over here. Chilling with my niggas, blowing smoke up in the air. Do not give a fuck about what you wear, leave your panties